Come on. Desk of Ladyada. It's a desk of Ladyada.
Thank you, Phil Glasses, for introducing us. It's a desk of Ladyada. I'm Ladyada. I'm here with me is Mr. Ladyada, who is cyber and from the future. And he wanted me to wrap up this phone project that we started about a week and a half ago. So that's what I did tonight. I just cleaned it up and finished it up and did a couple little tweaks to make it ready for use.
Right. So let me tell you some stuff that's going to happen tonight. At the end, we're going to give away a Raspberry Pi Zero wireless. Okay?
Are we?
Yes, we are.
Thank you, Cyberman.
We are. And everybody has to be nice. Everyone has to be cool because I'm from the future. And I guarantee you, only the nice people are going to make it. I've been there. Okay, so
maybe we should recap what we've been doing. So we got this payphone.
Normally in a recap there's like a highlight reel, but
we don't have that.
Do it live.
It's escalated.
Do it live.
So we have this phone, this payphone, and we wanted people to call on this payphone so that we could award them fabulous prizes like a Pi Zero wireless, which is what everybody wants. But we don't have a home phone line here, and moreover, even if we did, we probably wouldn't want to give people that number, because they'd call us all the time. So what we decided instead was to use a VoIP box, and we're using this OB-Hi. It's the company, OB-Hi box.
Let me give a kudos and a shout out and a thanks. Thank you everybody who said all the great suggestions for the voice over IP boxes. I looked at all of them. I bought a few of them and settled on the one that came in. I think I'm going to do an article that kind of lists, I'll scrub out everybody's names, but I'll list all the suggestions and all the things that people did because they were really good. And this is where the power of our community comes in, because there's a billion different ways to do this. And the folks at OB-Hi? Whatever. OB-Hi. So I had an issue because I'm doing all sorts of crazy things. I sent them an email and like within 5 minutes, they sent a response back and I was able to figure out something that was taking me 4 hours.
We got it working.
Oh, yes.
So we got this box, this OB-Hi box, and it has an Ethernet jack. You plug in Ethernet, and then you just plug in your phone, give it 12 volts DC power, and you pretty much have a phone line anywhere, and you can hook it up to your like Google Voice number. We have a phone number we'll give out soon that people can call us on. And that's really good, but then the next thing we wanted to do is hello.
No, you're fine.
Oh, hi. Sorry.
This is me doing other stuff.
Okay, you're doing stuff.
No, so
He's doing stuff. Sorry. So the next step was, well, we wanted to get the audio from the phone, because you can hear me. I sound loud, and Phil sounds loud, and even the cat, when he meows, is pretty loud.
Yeah.
But you can't hear what's coming in on the phone, right? Because the person speaking, I only hear it on the receiver. So we taped a microphone to that, and that actually worked pretty well. But it was a little weird because, when we had to handle this microphone input. So instead, we tried a couple different phone tap listening devices. What?
One thing I should mention is on Ask an Engineer, we're still doing that because we have a different type of payphone. So we'll be showing how we do a little bit of that more. If you're on our Snapchat and you're on the Adabot, if you had Adabot, or Instagram or even Twitter, you'll see some of the behind the scenes. We're modifying the payphone, we're modifying a stand for it, and we're doing a bunch of stuff. And we'll probably still use the microphone method just for now, but later on we shall switch. So if you care about the two different payphones, there's continuity in this universe. We just have two.
Yeah.
So it's two separate projects essentially.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Code versus Bell phones. They do act a little bit differently. So we tried a bunch of different phone taps, but they were not that great. They would have a weird echo effect where they would get my voice coming, through, which would create a slight echo effect with this microphone here because it'd be two microphones. There's a slight delay, and then other ones would disconnect the phone line completely. So we decided, let's look inside the VoIP box and see if we can get just the raw data output, because then we can separate the speaker from, the listener from the speaker. So the person calling in, their voice won't mix with my voice. And we won't even get the bleed through that you sometimes do if you tap. Even if you are trying to get only the speaker voice, you'll get bleed through into the receiver. So we didn't even get that. It's really nice and separated.
Yeah.
So let's go to the overhead. You can watch the previous show where we kind of talk about how we figured out the pins.
Available on youtube.com/Adafruit.
Yeah. So today what I just did is I cleaned this up. In the previous version, we had this teensy with all these wires. What I did is I just cut the wires down, minimized, I removed like one or two we didn't need, brought them all out here to the teensy, and also I'm powering the teensy now off of the board. So I found the 3-volt and ground lines, and so this red wire and this black wire are the ground pins from this. So right now I have it connected up to USB for programming and debugging, but once this is packaged up and inside the box, it'll run off of the 12-volt power.
Name of the box. I always forget the name of this thing. Okay.
It'll be high. Yeah. So we just tapped off of the PCM pins, and that's just 16-bit signed audio, really easy. Then we had two things that I wanted to fix tonight. One, this actually passes through the Slick chip, the Pro Slick chip from Scilabs passes through the caller ID data. So that actually was showing up as like a squeak, and then if you grab the audio from YouTube, you could decode it because it's 300 baud. So I wanted to mute that. So I wrote some code to mute that, and I can show that in a moment. So basically, that if it's been quiet for a very, very long time, more than 10 seconds, it will mute the first 500 samples of audio. So it won't, when somebody's on the phone, the line, there's a little bit of audio, so it's not perfectly silent. But if it's been on hook, it'll silence that first quarter second, half second, which will get rid of that. So that doesn't come through anymore, hopefully. And then what was the second thing? Oh, I added a little bit of filter. So over here you can see it's kind of small, but this resistor and this capacitor makes a little low pass filter, so I can show that on the computer. So basically the audio output is 8 kilohertz, and so you're going to get some aliasing from the high frequency components. It's very square wavy because it's a sample and hold, or output and hold. So what we did is you just calculate your basic low pass filter. The cutoff can be, actually the cutoff for audio is 3.2 kilohertz. Voice audio goes up to 12 kilohertz, but audio lines pretty much cut off everything over 3 kilohertz. This is what I had handy. I had a 0.01 microfarad capacitor, and my resistor pack only had 3.6 k ohm, 4.4 kilohertz. I put that in. It looks much nicer, much more smooth. We can look at the audio waveform as well if we'd like. And then for the code, I basically added, I just cleaned up the code a little bit, and over here basically I check, has the code been, has the volume X, which ranges up to 30, from negative 32,768 to positive 32,768. So if the value is under 3, I will just increment the little counter. So just count up how many cycles, and there's 8 kilohertz cycles per second. And once the volume comes back on, if it's been quiet for more than 5 or 10 seconds, so it had been on hook, I will mute the output, and then down here I just count down about 5,000 cycles is what it takes to mute that data burst. And nobody notices because we don't pick up till the second ring anyways.
Okay, a question. Couldn't you pull the ring instead of using a threshold amount of silence?
You don't hear the ring. You only hear the audio coming in from the speaker. It is completely silent. Then you get the data burst.
Because it's voice over IP. Because you wouldn't know.
There's nothing.
It doesn't even know there's a phone connected.
There's actually not even any PCM data,
Yeah.
right? So what I'm getting is it's like zero. It's like nothing. Sometimes there's a little bit of a blip, but pretty much there's absolutely no data. And then you get this data burst, which is like full peak audio for about half a second. And then it's completely silent again until I pick up. Once you actually pick up, the audio comes through. Like it's only after it's off hook. And then the audio will come in immediately. So it's a little bit of a hack. But it works quite well because when you hang up the phone, it's going to be at least 5 seconds between phone calls. And then, although I can tweak that. And then...
Well, we're supposed to be doing hacks.
Yeah,
that's our job.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, like, eventually I would like to, decode the caller ID data as well. I think that'd be fun. I could have it display a little OLED.
Yeah, I'd like it to print out on one of our thermal printers.
I could do that.
So we have a receipt.
Yeah, ding ding.
Receipt of call.
So that, it works pretty well. And then once you pick up the phone, it's, even when the person is completely silent, it's actually not that quiet. Like, there's always staticky noise that comes in. So it doesn't kick off that timer again.
Okay. Question from the audience.
Yeah.
Could you enhance this project and do tone detection so when the caller presses a tone, you can decide to do something?
Yeah, we could do DTMF detection.
Yeah.
I would probably do that on the teensy side, or I would get, again, you get these chips that do DTMF detection. The teensy has a DSP in it, which can do stuff like, like FFT on the fly. The only problem is that the PCM is, I'm kind of bit banging it, and so I have a little bit of time in between each sample, but I really have to be done within 75 microseconds to get back to the next sample. It kind of, it takes a while to bit bang that data out, and then I want to, write it to the DAC. But yeah, like now that I have it in digital form, it's really easy to do stuff like, for example, we might have a compressor for the audio, because right now it's not, it's amplified non-logarithmically, which is, or it is, and I'm decoding it non-logarithmically, so it peaks quite quickly, and it can, it doesn't blow out, but it gets a little peaky. So
Peaky?
Yeah, I think it seems it's PCM linear, but I don't know if there's an easy way to tell if it's not, or I might compress it somehow to make it so it's it doesn't spike as much and have like a kind of a crackly sound at the amp.
Yeah, I mean, on one hand, I like the crackly sound for the phone. On the other hand, I do like the idea of some clear audio. So one of the things we're thinking of is I had to get a bunch of phone stuff to figure out, maybe we wanted to do a call-in show where you just call in, maybe you send the photo and you talk about your project, and we just have the photo on the screen. You talk about it on the phone, because all of this Google Hangout appear in, Facebook Messenger, FaceTime stuff, it just doesn't work. Sorry, it just doesn't. So we thought, you could use a phone, and you would just call us, and then we would display the photo. Or, you could just tell us about your project. So we thought that might be a fun thing. So if y'all are interested in that, hit hearts and likes and stuff like that.
Likes and hearts.
Likes and hearts. Okay.
Oh, and I can just show you this is my data output, because I was just I was printing out the data. So basically, this is the digital data on the left, and then I just set it to be in between 0 and 4096. So this is that data, and then I just counted how many cycles is it when you are done. It's here. So it's line number 5,176. So I mute for, I think, 6,000 cycles or 5,000 cycles. 6,000 cycles. So I mute for 6,000 cycles. No, I'm done.
Oh, you're done? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You get a beer afterwards.
No, it's fine. No, I was just going to...
No, I'm finished. This is it. There's not a lot going on. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to just put it in a box.
Okay.
And then I have this panel mount headphone jack, and that's it.
Do you want to? Why don't you show that on the overhead? And show what's going on here.
So this is the output, and then I have it hooked up to, I have a little panel mount jack here, and this is the headphone that goes into the soundboard, and I just have my oscilloscope hooked up here. I just have a capacitive DC blocker cap here, and this just goes to the DAC output from the teensy. It worked really great. Very easy to use. super slick. And I had a bunch of teensies, so it's very handy.
Yeah, we have like a bunch of teensies.
I
Okay.
could probably get it working with a feather because it also has a DAC output, but I liked having that 96 megahertz
Yeah.
speed. It kind of
Okay.
helped because I was really counting cycles.
Did you want to show anything on the scope? Or are you done?
Well, no, I think it's tough because somebody has to call for it to, so
Okay.
maybe.
We'll do that later. Okay.
Well, what we could do is we could have the caller call and then we could go to scope.
No.
No?
We'll do that. We'll do that on another thing.
Okay.
Because we're just going to do a giveaway later.
Yeah.
And it'll get all crazy. Okay. So we'll do that on a future show. All right.
So do you want to show off some stuff?
Yeah. We have some news.
Okay.
We have news. Okay. So Bunny's book landed. It's here. And I thought you could put on the overhead because you have a quote on it. So it's by No Starch Press, and we're going to have these in our store soon. But basically, this is Bunny's book. We did a full interview with Bunny not too long ago. Flip to the back of the book, and then you can look at the Ladyada quote.
Yeah, I have a quote here. Joyito,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, Cory Doctorow, Joyito.
me,
Yeah.
and Mitch Altman.
Mitch
These
Altman.
are-
And then Ed Snowden has a quote on the cover.
Yeah. Ed.
Hey, Ed.
Ed.
So that came in. We pre-ordered it, and then they also gave us a copy because you contributed for a quote on the book. And we have a giant interview with Ladyada and Bunny on our YouTube channel, and I think also on it's all archived on Twitch. It's also on Facebook. It's probably somewhere else, Periscope, but we got that going on. Okay. So it's called. Can you show the cover?
Called The Hardware Hacker. It's
Yeah.
it's really great. It has a couple of articles that he wrote on his blog, but expanded, and then a bunch of original writing as well. So
Yeah.
um,
Okay. So that's
wow.
that. Okay. So next up, new issue 2600. I thought I'd mention this.
yeah.
Only because I used to write for 2600 and run a lot of the 2600 stuff back in the days when Kevin Mitnick was in prison. So I just subscribed to it on my Kindle. And believe it or not, I actually like the reading experience more than a paper copy. I do. So anyways, that's how I do it. That's how I'm getting 2600 now.
Okay.
So the latest one came out as an Atari on the cover. Back in the day, I did the Janet Reno cover for people who are history buffs. And then the new Make came out. This is Make, I think, 56. And the cover is Try This at Home. That was kind of like a play on Don't Try This at Home. Back when I was at Make, we used to say that all the time. So I thought maybe you can go to the overhead and thumb through it. This one is the biohacky one. And I think because I used to work at Make, I'm a legitimate connoisseur of Make magazines. This is one of the better Makes out of, there's like 56 of them. So I really like this one. There's a couple really good projects. Some of them you've seen at Adafruit. So there's the phone project. They use a lot of Adafruit stuff. I don't know if you could happen to flip to it. It's towards the end.
There's a
But,
lot of biohacking.
Yeah, a lot of biohacking
diabetes
stuff.
Testing,
and this person was on our show and tell, and they also cooked up a Make article. So I don't know if you just happen to flip to it, you can find it. It's a phone.
Yeah.
It's a phone, and it
They were on the
uses
show and tell.
it uses a lot of Adafruit stuff.
It's a phone.
Yeah, and so what's neat is there, a lot of the articles use our fritzing diagrams, use our hardware, and so we like to keep a pulse on the Make world because if folks are using our stuff, that's a good sign that it's easy to use and they're able to talk about something they made and put it in the pages of a magazine, and that usually means that it's possible. Hey, Glowforge.
Show and tell.
Yeah, and lots of stuff. So that's the latest Make. And then the other thing I have is a video. And for the folks who are wondering, so this is a video of the company that makes these glasses that I got 2 pair, one to wear, of course. And then the other one, we're going to take apart and learn its secrets. And if Ladyada says we want to stock these, maybe we will.
Yeah.
They're one color LEDs, and they have some default things that you can do. And then right now, this is pumping through my phone, and it's doing Bluetooth audio, and that's where it gets the equalizers. It actually goes through the phone, so you can play music, and does the equalizer. And then there's other modes. There's text mode. There's a graphics mode. And I was surprised. It's only like $69. They're not small. I have a giant head, so they look kind of normal on me, but on regular people who
Pretty good for
don't have
LED glasses.
Yeah, and so two AAA batteries, and you know, I like eyeglasses that aren't Google Glass. Now, Google Glass was an interesting technology. We tried to contact them when they did this, and they really screwed up. Sorry, Google. And I'm a real fan of what Snapchat did. And if you watch our Snap, this is the spectacles that I currently have right now. So I don't know if I got a circly thing.
Bluetooth freak out.
Yeah, I think Bluetooth collision. Anyways, so I'm playing around with both of these, and you know, just showing stuff. So let me go back to what we're gonna do next. So we are going to talk about some of the cool things that people can do that'll make the world a better place.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So one of the things that we've been doing is when we open up the phone lines on Ask an Engineer and on Desk of Ladyada, if it goes to voicemail, leave a nice message. And I guess I should start saying the rules. If it's a nice message, we'll probably play it on one of our shows. I have a folder that I'm tossing these into, also on SoundCloud. So know that you're leaving a message. Camera's on it. Focus. But say something nice. I mean, we play these for our team. So we have a voicemail. This came in just right before we started the show.
Short but sweet.
Short but sweet. I'm gonna play it.
Good morning. I hope you are doing great day.
Okay.
That's that. So tonight, what we'll do is we'll give away a Raspberry Pi Zero wireless. When you call, it's important to say your name and where you're calling from, and then Ladyada will talk to you. The audience will hear your audio, and you'll hear Ladyada. And you know, just be cool, be nice. We'll keep doing this until we can't. So for the folks who want to get ready, now I didn't turn on the phones, and the phone number is @stab. You know.
It's on the glasses.
It's on my glasses. I'll turn on the phone. I'll turn on the phone in a bit. But you know, get your phones ready. It's not on right now,
No.
so nothing's gonna happen. Here's me.
There's the phone.
There's the phone.
Wow, this is like intense.
Here's you.
Here's
Phone.
me.
Phone.
Can you go back to the phone?
Yeah, this is me.
And the phone.
Yeah. See, the phone number's there, and then it's there.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on here.
A lot going on.
I think we should maybe bring it down a little bit.
You want to bring it down a little bit?
Yeah,
All right.
maybe.
All right. I was told not to bring it down a bit.
Maybe, okay, you can stay here. This is fine.
This is okay?
This plus the glasses
This
is a
is
bit
fine?
much.
Okay.
Okay, so people getting ready to
Yeah,
call.
well, whatever. So if you get voicemail, just leave a nice message. Because you never know. Sometimes there's random act of kindnesses. Just say nice things. How often do you get to call something and say something nice? So, anywho.
Be nice.
So be nice. So that's what we're doing tonight.
Okay.
And we'll give you instructions, you know, when you win. So, Ladyada,
Yeah.
do you know what it's time to do?
Yeah, what? Is that it?
That's it. It's time to pick up the phone.
All right. I have to wait till the second ring.
Okay, yeah, wait.
So then the data thing is
Yeah.
Hello, you've reached the desk of Ladyada. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, how are you? Calling from Boston, Massachusetts.
And what's your name?
Dallas.
Hi. Well, you're the first caller, and so you're going to win a Raspberry Pi Zero wireless. So
Woo!
congratulations. Woo!
Thank you, excited.
What are you going to do with it?
Oof, I'm working on the project right now. I just bought the Neo Pixel, Neo Pixel, the single one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love it.
Awesome. Okay, well, thank you so much for calling. And all you have to do to get your prize is email support@adafruit.com.
And what is your name?
Yes,
Dallas?
Dallas?
I will.
Yeah.
No, what is it? What is your name?
What's your name again?
Dallas, D-A-U-L-I-S, from Boston.
Dallas.
Okay, great.
Okay. So email support@adafruit.com and
Tell me one, tell me your name.
tell them your name and that you're from Boston and that you won a Raspberry Pi Zero wireless, and we will send it to you.
Wow, thank you so
Awesome.
much. I just love things. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Excited.
Go Sox.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks for calling. Bye.
All right, thank you, bye.
Okay.
Okay, so we got a little bit of audio clipping, so we're gonna work on that. But that was a nice test. That was a lot of fun.
Okay.
That's it.
Told you, compress
It's midnight.
And we turn into a pumpkin.
Yeah, let me also tell folks some more news.
Okay.
So here's the dealio. I gotta tell them.
How are you going to tell them?
I'm gonna tell them with these glasses. So here's the deal. All of New York and the East Coast is under a winter advisory. So they already told us that there's no UPS outbound, there's no postal outbound. Everything's going to be a mess. So please be nice to our staff. If something was ordered today, it might not ship because there's no possible way to ship it. So
Like the building might not even be open tomorrow.
yeah, I mean, I'm going to be there no matter what. But a lot of commerce is ending. The subways are stopping. Everyone.
The planet is exploding.
Yeah, we went to the grocery store and there was like a knife fight in the organic tofu aisle or something. There was a guy and he tried to take some other guy's cart. Society is so fragile right now that the hint of weather causes a huge meltdown. So be good to each other. Anyways, so packages might not ship per day. Just be cool.
Be cool. Okay. Well, I'm working on hardware. Got some new stuff coming out. Working on a 9DOF sensor using these this NXP chipset that I really like, which was actually on the Teensy prop wing shield thing. Really nice NXP sensors, and I was like, hey, these are really sweet. Make a breakout for them, so I'm working on that. And other things. Maybe I'll do a write-up about this PCM tutorial stuff as well. All good. All good things.
Okay. All right. Well, that's the Desk of Ladyada. Thank you, everybody, so much. Be excellent to one another. Shop at Adafruit. Support an open source hardware company run by this lady over here. Be good. Good night and good luck.
Good, everybody.